Fascinating psychological tricks that actually work. Can you shape how others perceive you? Have you ever wished you could control what people think of you? Or do you want to communicate in a more secure way? You don't need magical powers to make this happen, just psychological tricks. Here we have 15 simple psychological tricks that always work. 1. Build confidence by imitating body language. Similar to nodding, if you can do it discreetly, mimicking the other person's body language will make them feel more comfortable and project more confidence. Remember that you should not exaggerate because you will cause the opposite effect and you will lose the confidence you are looking for. 2. A study by reading aloud to memorize more. Do you usually study reading mentally? If this is your case, start reading aloud, since a study found a 12% increase in memory. The main reason is due to the production effect. Broadly speaking, it implies that when we read and immediately listen to the same information, the brain has two sources to consolidate the information. 3. Repeat to show that you are listening. If you want other people to feel that they can place their trust in you and tell you important things about their lives, it is essential that they feel that you are listening. And the best way to show them is by repeating the last thing they said to you when you start talking. That is irrefutable proof that you are listening to them. 4. Feel invincible by remembering the last time you were a winner. Remember that cortisol and testosterone levels can vary simply with our postures. That is why it is important that if you want confidence to enhance, remember when was the last time you felt like a winner. If you do it, your body will automatically change posture. Your most outgoing chest and your head held high. This will increase your testosterone levels and also your confidence and security. 5. Use your hands to project confidence and wisdom. This is one of the most important psychological tricks for aspiring leaders. Since the way you use your hands while speaking can say more than your own voice. 6. Speak faster to appear more believable and intelligent. A study found that the most important factor in judging a person's intelligence and credibility is their voice, above your image or your writing. In addition, another study conducted by Brigham Young University found that people who speak faster seem more intelligent. Of course, not excessively fast because the others would not understand. The ideal speed is 150 words per minute. 7. Confess a weakness to gain the trust of others. Convey confidence is a vital business skill. And a simple way to do this is to confess some weakness of yours to the other person. In this way, you will be showing that you trust them and increase the probability of earning her trust. 8. Speak well of others. Another easy way to gain the trust of other people is to speak well of someone who is not there. The people who listen to you will know that at some point you could also speak well of them, and that will give them confidence. That is why it is important that if you should say something negative about someone, you know how to do it and in front of whom. Otherwise, you will project yourself as a negative person with whom it is better not to have a relationship of any kind. 9. If you want to know a secret, first tell one. Similar to telling a weakness first, when you tell a secret first, you are showing the other person that you trust them, and by the law of reciprocity, they will feel that they should reciprocate. 10. Put a mirror on the counter so customers behave better. If you have a point of sale, this is one of the psychological tricks that will help you the most. To control rude customers who are disrespectful to the staff, you can put a mirror on the counter. In such a way that when the customer is at the checkout paying, can be seen himself. The logic is that people don't like to look bad-tempered and therefore control themselves. It goes without saying that the ideal is to provide an excellent service to prevent this not to happen. 11. Identify relationships in a group. If you want to know who is more accomplice in a group, or even that they have a relationship, do the following. When everyone is laughing, see who is looking at whom. What happens here is that when we laugh in a group, we usually look first at the people we consider closest to. 12. If you need a favor, explain why you need it. On many occasions, we need a favor. It is unavoidable. No matter how self-sufficient we think we are, at some point, a favor can make life easier for us. And the best way to achieve this is to explain why we need it. The reason behind this is that to the extent that the other person has enough information to rationalize why they should do the favor, it is more likely to do so. 13. If you need a favor, don't ask a whole group for help, ask one person. There is something called the bystander effect. It is that people are less likely to help in an emergency situation when there are more people around. And the more people there are, the less likely we are to help. Therefore, when you need help, make sure you ask for it from a specific person and not from a group of people. 14. Build trust by gently touching the other person. This is one of the psychological tricks that require more care because you can cause an effect totally opposite to what you are looking for. It is important to clarify that it is not about touching another person simply for the sake of touching them because it will most likely be an uncomfortable moment. But if you're careful and do it naturally, a subtle touch on the shoulder or arm is a sign of trust for both of you. 15. Find a common theme. I know you think this is obvious, but that doesn't stop it from being something very important. This psychological trick is very useful in different areas, for example in job interviews. Do your best to know who is going to interview you, be careful, it is not always possible, or investigate everything you can about the company you aspire to join. Investigate the mission of the company, all the projects they have, and even information from the competitors. To the extent that the interviewer sees that you know about the topics that interest him and the company, you have a better chance of being hired. These were 15 simple psychological tricks that actually work. And you? Do you know any psychological trick that helps to communicate better with people? Try any of the tricks mentioned in the video and let us know if they worked in the comment box. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, click the bell, and subscribe.